Hello, everyone. Um, I was just up to the room to visit with some of the students that are gathered working on their various projects, and I sensed that quite a few were a bit frustrated in that they had not received contact from group members or responses, or any, in some instances, contact from group leaders regarding what they were supposed to be doing. So, as I'm sure you are getting a firsthand understanding for what it's like sometimes to be in a group setting and be counting on other individuals to be helping out, but sometimes some of those members are not contributing equally, or in some instances not contributing at all, which is fine. That's one of the outcomes for this assignment, is to see how the material that we look at in the textbooks actually apply to real life settings. So, thinking that this is your job, for example, and the score on this project is essentially your pay. So it's much like working at a company where if you do a good job, you get paid well, and if you don't, then you don't get paid well. Unfortunately, that's a reality often in life, but in other instances, it's also a positive, because do recall that this is a project to be turned in, and so there will be a score up to 100 points. And so those that do contribute will, of course, receive the maximum score that is allocated to the project. And those that do not contribute or do not contribute as much will also receive a score that is reflective of their involvement. So that's um, that's a positive effect for those of you that are trying to get the project done. So my suggestion is send out an email to everyone and say, hey, what's going on? We need to get this done so that we can all share in a good grade. And then if some of the members do not participate, then the remaining members, or if it happens to be the case, the one individual does the project and receives a great grade for it. So that I can have a good idea as to who is contributing and who is not. We will be completing the self and peer evaluation group project sheet that I had told you about and attached as a copy to each one of the assignments. So after you do turn in the assignment, each one of you will be expected to complete one of these, in which you rate on a scale of 1 to 5, very little effort, all the way to excellent work and contribution on each member, including yourself. So, for example, when you download this, each one of you will first complete these questions on yourself and rate yourself either with a 1 or a 5. Be as truthful as possible. Uh, so, for example, participation in developing ideas, little all the way to excellent work. Willingness to discuss ideas, cooperation with other group members. That means showing up at group meetings and being flexible to get the project done. Interest and enthusiasm, participation in leading and facilitating discussion. Uh, that doesn't mean that everyone has to be a leader in the discussion, but someone is there. They are at least contributing in the discussion in a positive fashion. And then ease and familiarity of discussion with material. So you would rate yourself, and then for each one of your members, you would put their name and you would rate them. Now, no one is going to see this other than me. Okay. Um, and then go to this one. And if you've got 3 other members, or if you've got 4 members in your group, as a couple do, fill those out. Then you are to go to this area, because I will be looking at this and determining what you learned from the project. What did you learn from the experience? And you could be talking about working in a group as much as the actual subject matter of the problem. Uh, what do you think went well in the group experience? What do you, or would you have done differently if you had the opportunity to do this again in a group experience? Do you have any other comments or suggestions about the project? Okay, so I'll expect you to do that. If this is not turned in, this will be a 20-point deduction from the individual's score on the group project. Okay, so I'll not only use this first part to evaluate whether or not a member of the group receives full group points, but I will also then look at this part and make sure that there has been a modicum of reflection on what you've learned from it. That will also be the part of the score. So total, this is worth 20 points. So hopefully this gives you a bit of inspiration to go ahead and get to work on this. You know, it's a sad fact of life that sometimes in group and team situations, one or two people wind up doing most of the work and others kind of slide along. So I will be attuned to that, and this form will help me to determine that. And I will make sure that those that do the work will get good credit for the work, and those that don't will have um, equitable treatment in regards to their productive activities and helping the project to be completed. So with that, please do come and see me if you need anything, and I will certainly be available to assist you. All right.